Jackie Gleason was born Herbert Walton Gleason Jr. on February 26, 1916, in Brooklyn, New York, into a life shaped early by loss and instability. His father abandoned the family, and his mother passed away while he was still a teenager, leaving Gleason to survive largely on his own instincts and resilience. These hardships forced him to mature quickly, but they also planted the seeds of his humor. Comedy became both armor and escape, a way to control a world that often felt unpredictable. Even as a young man, Gleason had an instinctive ability to command attention, making people laugh while quietly processing pain. By the late 1930s, he was working as an MC in clubs and theaters, refining a style rooted in honesty, timing, and raw emotion. His early life didn't soften him, but it sharpened him, turning struggle into fuel for an extraordinary career. Building a television legacy. Gleason rose alongside the birth of television itself, becoming one of the medium's first true giants. His breakout success came with The Honeymooners, which premiered in 1955 and forever reshaped sitcom storytelling. As Ralph Cramden, Gleason portrayed a loud, frustrated, but deeply human working-class man whose dreams exceeded his circumstances. Though the show's original run was brief, its influence was enormous, establishing emotional realism beneath comedy. Gleason didn't mock struggle, he embodied it. His physical comedy, expressive face, and emotional sincerity made audiences feel seen. Beyond The Honeymooners, The Jackie Gleason Show showcased his versatility through sketches, music, and monologues, drawing millions of viewers weekly. Gleason's genius lay in balance. He could be explosive without cruelty, funny without emptiness. His work didn't just entertain, it reflected the realities of ordinary life with heart and humor. A serious actor beneath the laughter. Though widely known for comedy, Jackie Gleason possessed remarkable dramatic depth. This became undeniable with his performance as Minnesota Fats in The Hustler, 1961. Opposite Paul Newman, Gleason delivered a controlled, intimidating, and nuanced portrayal that stunned critics. It revealed a performer capable of restraint, menace, and complexity far beyond broad comedy. This role reshaped how Hollywood viewed him, proving that Gleason wasn't limited to laughter. He understood silence as well as sound, tension as well as timing. The performance earned critical acclaim and cemented his reputation as a complete actor. Gleason had always studied people closely, and when drama required truth instead of punchlines, he delivered with the same commitment. It became clear that his humor wasn't a mask hiding shallowness, but a skill layered over emotional intelligence and sharp observation. Music, mood, and unexpected success. Another surprising chapter in Gleason's career was his success in music. During the 1950s and 1960s, he produced a series of orchestral, easy-listening albums that became massive commercial hits. Albums like Music for Lovers Only sold millions of copies, offering lush arrangements designed to create atmosphere rather than spotlight performance. Gleason rarely conducted and never pretended to be a traditional musician. Instead, he curated emotion, understanding mood the way he understood comedy. His music resonated because it felt intimate, calm, and sincere. At a time when America was settling into suburban life, Gleason's albums became the soundtrack of evenings and quiet moments. This success reinforced his rare ability to connect with audiences across formats, proving that his instincts extended far beyond the television screen. A complicated personal life. Jackie Gleason's personal life was as complex as his public persona. His first marriage to Genevieve Halford lasted more than 3 decades and produced 2 daughters, yet it was marked by long separations and tension. Gleason's demanding career, heavy drinking, and restless nature often conflicted with family stability. His second marriage was brief and transitional, reflecting a man searching for balance as his health declined. His third marriage, to Marilyn Taylor, brought him peace later in life. Marilyn understood the pressures of show business and provided companionship during Gleason's most vulnerable years. Those close to him often said she brought calm to a man who had lived loudly for decades. These relationships reveal a man who struggled privately even while succeeding publicly, navigating fame without always knowing how to sustain personal harmony. Seeing behind the curtain of fame. As a veteran of Hollywood's golden age, Gleason witnessed both glamour and its consequences. In later years, he spoke openly about the difference between public image and private reality, emphasizing that fame often hides flawed humanity. Rather than condemning individuals, Gleason highlighted how power, ego, and pressure distort behavior. He believed audiences deserved honesty, not illusion. His reflections weren't about attacking colleagues, but about cautioning against blind idolization. Gleason understood that charisma doesn't equal kindness, and success doesn't guarantee integrity. His words encouraged perspective, reminding people that entertainers are human, shaped by environment and incentives. In an era built on carefully managed images, Gleason's blunt honesty stood out. He didn't pretend the industry was innocent, but he also acknowledged its complexity, resisting simplistic judgments. Aging, illness, and quiet strength. In his final years, Gleason faced serious health challenges, including cancer, diabetes, and circulation issues. Yet he continued working, refusing to be defined by illness. His final film, Nothing in Common, 1986, paired him with Tom Hanks and became one of his most emotionally powerful performances. Playing an aging, difficult father, Gleason infused the role with vulnerability and realism. Unbeknownst to many, his declining health mirrored the character's struggles, lending the performance heartbreaking authenticity. Gleason never sought sympathy and avoided public discussion of his condition. He believed in professionalism above all else. The performance now stands as a quiet farewell, a reminder of his depth and resilience. Less than a year later, Gleason passed away, leaving behind work that felt complete rather than unfinished. Legacy beyond laughter. Jackie Gleason's legacy is not defined by controversy or gossip, but by contribution. He helped shape television, expanded comedy's emotional range, and demonstrated that humor could carry truth. His influence echoes in modern sitcoms, dramatic performances, and even television pacing. Gleason didn't chase trends, he trusted instinct. He was imperfect, complicated, and occasionally difficult, but undeniably committed to his craft. His work reflected working-class dreams, private pain, and human contradiction. Gleason understood people, and that understanding made audiences feel recognized. Long after reruns fade and albums age, the essence of his work remains. He didn't just make people laugh, he made them feel understood, and that may be his greatest achievement.